When looking at how skilled workers affect restaurants and the changes in recruiting and retaining the millennial workforce within small businesses, we must realize that they do not have the financial backing as that of other larger businesses. However, that has not stopped some small businesses in implementing incentive programs to retain staff regardless of the cost. Jackalope's Neighborhood Dive is in the Hastings Sunrise area of Vancouver. Jackalopes has implemented a staff incentive program that allows to retain and recruit staff by offering to invest in their human capital, to build upon their pre-existing skills, and to provide a more balanced work-to-life schedule.
Jackalopes is interesting. It was the first restaurant to come into this neighborhood, sort of while this neighborhood was still really empty. There was not a lot going on. So Christy's got a couple of different businesses. She's got the tattoo shop next door here and there, and her mission in business is always to give back in some way. So for each business to find a way to give back to the community. The way that we think we do that here is we keep this place priced, we keep everything here priced to what this neighborhood needs, right? So we have very high quality food, very nice expensive meals, but we keep it at the level that this neighborhood can sustain because we want there to be somewhere for people in this neighborhood to go, right? And it works, you know. We've got a really loyal following. We're always busy. We've had tremendous success, and I believe that's almost solely based on how we treat people and how we keep the community vibe kind of going, you know. And I know we could price things up and everything like that, but we never will. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. For us now, trying to find cooks and dishwashers specifically has become a struggle. We've had a help wanted sign on the window for probably 2 months. Vancouver is so expensive that somebody coming in, we're offering, we start dishwashers at a very good rate, at a good wage, but what we find so often is people live in New Westminster, right? Or in Burnaby or whatever, and so people can't get home after their shifts. So I think that because of the rent, how expensive the rent is, people have all had to move to the burbs, and now we can't, they're out there doing these jobs there. Finding kitchen staff is so difficult. We've had to change we've tried a bunch of different angles, and then when we can find them, then we can't retain them. Cooking TV shows that have come out recently portray kitchens as these stressful, hectic things where the chef is always screaming at you and stuff like that. And so, with younger kids coming up on TV, that being their experience, potentially that's affected it, and their ideas or what to expect are weird and scary. Because we pride ourselves in the food that we prepare. We don't cut any corners with it. We have to have people that are semi-skilled. You don't have to be a chef. In fact, the way that our menu is set up right now, a lot of it is just reheating, and it's all prepared by the chef, and then they just sort of reheating and plating. We offer people averaging agreements, which we think has worked really well. So they'll work 4 10-hour shifts, and then have 3 days off a week, so that people can still have lives. Most of the people, this is a heavy metal bar, right? Most people that work here are in bands or in school. Lots of the waitresses are in school, so we think that gives them a lot of time to pursue the rest of their lives. We offer medical benefits to all full-time staff. Our chef he's incredible. So he has offered anybody that works here the opportunity to apprentice under him if they want to pursue the Red Seal training. And anyone that offers that, we'll get the paperwork together, we'll get it all sort of going for them and help them in any way to pursue we don't want them just sitting here eating food, you know, like if somebody has a passion for food, if we can take this time that they have with us and help them, you know, build their future, then that's really important to us. We offer all of our staff too. They get discounts between the 3 companies. So cheap tattoos, cheap dog food, you know, it helps. We try to make people have fun, right? So we have 2 parties a year. Yeah, it was organic, it just came. I do, like, the chef and I got ourselves onto that sort of a plan, so that we just have more time for, like, administration stuff before, because we still work, I still waitress and he still cooks. So we found it was working really well for us, and then we offered it to a few people, and it's really taken off. But yeah, it sort of evolved itself. We did a yearly review, like a big one through the whole staff earlier this year, and it was some of the cooks that were saying that that's what they wanted, and so we jumped on that. They wanted it for themselves, and we're into doing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's people totally love it. I mean, like I was saying, everyone just has all these other pursuits, so. Definitely. I find like the best way to motivate people is to encourage them to challenge themselves, right? People get stoked on that. Like when you give someone the freedom to think and to create something, that's motivating. Then they feel that their ideas and their skills are appreciated, and they get to, like, you know, kind of show off what they can do. Absolutely. I think it's sort of, these are the things, like, other than having a good workplace and management and ownership that treats people really fairly, this is what we've got. This is sort of all we've got to try to keep people around. It's worked. It's absolutely working for us.